it's very important to collaborate. I've been in the industry for 2 decades with the construction mafia involved. But what I do when I come, I sit down because it's a crying for help to them. You just need to sit down, understand to them what is it that they need, and you collaborate. I've collaborated with them. I've built quite a lot of people that are coming from these, you call them construction mafias, I call them business forums, because all what they need is crying for help.
Controversial businesswoman Shaun Mamkhize is at the center of explosive allegations linking her to political killings in KwaZulu-Natal, as fresh claims by Provincial Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi shed light on a tangled web of corruption, crime and state capture. Mamkhize, already under investigation for tax evasion by South African Revenue Service SARS, may be connected to high-profile political assassinations in the province. The SARS investigation, led by senior attorney Corette Nood, took a chilling turn when Nood survived an alleged attempt on her life. Subsequently, Mamkhize's property was raided, and in a shocking discovery, authorities uncovered over 40 firearms registered under CAT VIP Protection, a security company owned by Vusimuzi Cat Matlala. Matlala is no stranger to controversy. His name has surfaced in several criminal allegations, including a corruption scandal valued at 850 million rand, one of the many cases flagged by late whistleblower and Gauteng Health CFO Babita Deokaran, who was assassinated shortly after exposing financial irregularities. Even more concerning, Cat was implicated in an alleged assassination attempt on actress Teboho Tobejane, a hit reportedly ordered by his wife. Despite the history, Cat VIP Protection astonishingly secured a 360 million rand contract from the South African Police Services, but the SAPS National Commissioner General Fani Masemula reportedly intervened, blocking the deal, declaring "not on my watch." Yet the situation runs far deeper. General Mkhwanazi has now publicly linked CAT to key government figures, including Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, Deputy National Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya, and an enigmatic figure, Brown Mokgotsi.
Mr. Brown, about 7:44 in the morning.
Mokgotsi is described as a businessman and an ANC insider from the Northwest Province, a man with no official government role, but with deep access to state intelligence and powerful networks. In April 2025 interview with the Eyewitness, Mkhwanazi claimed that Mokgotsi attempted to sow discord within SAPS leadership by feeding him manipulated documents and covert messages, allegedly to advance his own political objectives. According to Mkhwanazi, both Mokgotsi and Mchunu are being politically financed by CAT, a revelation backed by WhatsApp messages and internal police reports. Alarmingly, CAT is also accused of co-owning a criminal gang operating in Mamelodi, reportedly extorting residents in Ikageng by claiming the ability to reroute water from municipal reservoirs into informal settlements. Perhaps the most disturbing revelation is the alleged interference in a special police task team that had made significant strides in investigating political matters in KwaZulu-Natal. Mkhwanazi claims that under pressure from CAT and Brown Mokgotsi, Minister Mchunu ordered the team to be disbanded. Mchunu's deputy, Shadrack Sibiya, was reportedly sent to retrieve 121 crucial case dockets, effectively ending the investigations. The very next day, the task team received a chilling message: "Pack your bags and go kiss your wives, your little treasure hunt is over." Mkhwanazi asserts that arrest warrants had already been drafted but remain unsigned, raising questions about interference at the highest level. Sibiya later downplayed the task team's work, suggesting they had achieved little, even invoking the unsolved murder of rapper aka to justify their disbandment. But the same Sibiya was also first responder at the 2014 murder scene of the footballer Senzo Meyiwa, a case still mired in controversy with high-profile figures like the son of music mogul Chicco Twala present. According to Mkhwanazi, the disbanded task team had also uncovered damning evidence of drug trafficking syndicates tied to senior police officials. The syndicates, he claims, operate primarily through key ports of KwaZulu-Natal, with coordination traced back to Gauteng. Another individual has come forward on social media exposing Kat Matlala and revealing even more shocking allegations about him. She took it to social media and wrote, "Who can be this evil other than the devil himself?" Hashtag allegedly. Vusimuzi Kat Matlala crime stems back from the early 2000s with cash in transits and house robberies. He rose to fame after he met Hangwani Morgan Maumela. Together they supplied healthcare products to Tembisa Hospital. They managed to manipulate the RFQ system with multiple companies owned, managed and controlled by them. Millions of money was stolen. This is the evidence with the lavish lifestyle that they lived, owning properties in the most expensive places in South Africa, namely Sandhurst and Camps Bay. Babita mastermind is Vusi Matlala and Morgan Maumela. She had frozen payments of up to 70 million rand owed to Morgan, and after her death, the payments were paid to them. A few months later, he killed his best friend Khosi in Mamelodi on the basis that he could not pay Khosi his money back. Vusimuzi Kat Matlala was protected by very high-ranking officials, from generals to police ministers. He became very well known as the contract killer for the late Jonathan Mswazi Msibi. To prove himself, he had tried to kill Joe Sibanyoni, also known as Joe Ferrari, at the entrance of the Centurion Estate in August 2022. Kat had been in a romantic relationship with Cordiela Gabeng, but soon met Tebogo Tobejane. During their relationship, Tebogo introduced Kat to Tsakani Baloyi, also known as TK. Soon after TK started her romantic relationship with Kat, she was not happy about Kat dating Tebogo. They eventually broke up their relationship, but TK was still not happy. She flew abroad several times to change her body to look like Tebogo, which was very suspicious as she wanted to satisfy Kat. TK could not stand Tebogo and she asked Kat to please get rid of her. Cordiela stood firm in the relationship as she comes from a poor background, and Kat sent her on trips using private jets and driving around with blue lights. Kat has very strong ties in Ekurhuleni Metro Police. He gifted the head brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi with a black Mercedes-Benz as seen in photos. Kat also killed the famous DJ Sambodi because he had ties with Joe Ferrari. The cruelty comes in when Kat and his wife TK show up at the funeral of DJ Sambodi with multiple bodyguards for them to be noticed. Vusimuzi Kat Matlala then moved on to looting Mamelodi Hospital after the scandal with Tembisa Hospital broke out. Kat used Mswazi name and soon became a contract killer for many other people. Kat soon became known as the John Wick of Mamelodi, killing more than 5 Boko Haram members for him to gain access into the group and take the throne. Soon Kat was known as the leader of Boko Haram. Kat killed Alf Rams, his friend, after he had asked that Kat please return his 2 million rand that he had borrowed him. Kat killed the very loved Boko Haram leader Zoro in Mamelodi. To further solidify his access into the group, he manipulated them and turned them against each other. Kat's wife TK soon got caught into the lifestyle of these killings, also asking Kat to kill her baby daddy because he was refusing for her to change the surname of her kids to Matlala. TK was successful in manipulating Kat to eventually try to kill Tebogo, but it eventually failed. Kat is very well known as a killer and also doesn't shy away by naming all the high-ranking police officials that protect him. He is also believed to be responsible for the burning of the Tembisa Hospital, just to name a few. The former police minister Bheki Cele has also been linked to the controversial businessman Vusimuzi Matlala. Bheki Cele is facing intense public scrutiny following revelations that he stayed in a luxury penthouse owned by Vusimuzi Kat Matlala, a businessman allegedly tied to criminal networks and political interference. The expose forms part of News 24 publication hard-hitting investigative series 9 Lives, which uncovered that Cele, a senior ANC figure, was hosted at Matlala's upscale hotel in Pretoria. The nature of their connection is now under question, with many demanding answers. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.